Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Fantastic, thanks. How are you?
I'm fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Episode 12.
Episode 12. We're getting there.
Getting there.
Hope all you guys are also brilliant, playing along at home or in your car or in bed or wherever it is that you might be listening to this.
In the bath.
In the bath. Imagine listening to a mad potty in the... I haven't had a bath in years.
I don't fit in them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. We've got a bath, but I don't know if I'd fit into mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't at all. I'm shower operator only.
Yeah. I don't have enough patience for a bath. I reckon it'd be wasted on me. I'd get fidgety in like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Not a fucking chance. I'm just not a bath dude. But I reckon...
Plus you're lying in your own filth.
Yeah.
It's never appealed to me.
Yeah. No, that is a weird thing. That is a very weird thing. Yeah, so thanks for joining us on that strange opening of a podcast, I guess. Today we're smoking the Warfighter 762 Field, which is an absolute little mild treat.
Mild.
It's not a bad Friday afternoon cigar, and it is Friday afternoon. We had a bit of a hectic week this week.
Yeah, we did. You were called away on business on Wednesday, and I was otherwise involved. So it'll still be released on the Wednesday, but we've choked down a full week instead of the half week. Full week of stories.
Yeah, the notes sort of show how full the week's been. There's been some fucking interesting shit happening.
There has. There has indeed.
Has indeed. How's your week been?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. We've had just a normal week again, which is good. But had the old man's birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Gary.
And so I caught up with him and brother and a bit of family, and it's Carnival Flowers time.
Yeah,
kids are on school holidays, so I've been just staying in the shed here, not going anywhere near it. So
it's chaos. It's just chaos.
I went downtown today and it was just hectic.
Yep, just stupid. It's good for the town. Like it's obviously a good economy builder, but by golly, you can definitely tell there's some... Like, Toowoomba drivers aren't the best drivers to begin with, but...
Notoriously the worst.
Notoriously very bad. I think you can look at your socials and see how many jokes are for that one, but by golly, some of these outside-of-town drivers aren't much better. I don't know if it's because they're looking for a garden to go and park in.
Yeah, maybe. They're going to look for some plants.
Yeah. By golly, it's been a... exercise in frustration this week driving
around. A rose bush or something.
It was legitimately less busy in Brisbane when I went to Brisbane on Wednesday. Crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I had one of my staff had to go get some parts for me from North Lakes on Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And she was like in a car park for...
Oh, that is a bad highway though.
It is. It's shocking.
Especially like school holiday time, because it's the highway that goes up to the Sunshine Coast, like out of Brisbane to the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
And so like on school holidays time.
And she was coming down from Caboolture to get the parts.
Yeah.
So left early knowing it would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Got like 3 blocks from home and just stand still. But anyway, she got in like 10:30 or something, come in, was just like, that was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. All the listeners that listen from Brisbane, I don't know how you guys do it.
I'd have no idea. Every time we go down to Pistol Club, like we're heading into town at like 5:30 and we're one of 6 cars.
Yeah.
And coming the other way is just grid.
Yeah, it's just every time. Yeah,
and that's like people's daily.
Yeah, so like it took us ages to realise the fact that we only do it like once a month, and that we sort of like, it's not bad for it. But like then we dawned on us that this is someone's every afternoon they're doing the same,
and every
thing.
morning, because all the silly bastards are going in at the same time.
Mind-boggling.
That would do my head in.
Talking about Pistol Club, we got a fucking banger of a story from Pistol Club last week.
Oh, post Pistol Club.
Post Pistol Club. So as part of our Pistol Club tradition, we go down there. We leave Toowoomba like mid-afternoon. Go down there, do the comp, get everything signed off, participate, do the club stuff. But we make sure that everything's done and dusted, so that we can get to the Plainland pub on our way home before they stop serving tea.
Best steaks in southeast Queensland, if not the entire state.
One of the best pubs in the entire state, I reckon. It's just an absolute banger. It's still family owned. It's been family owned since it opened. I need to take note of when it opened, but it was like a long time ago. It's been operating by the same family consistently for like a really long time. And it's just a very, very well run pub. It's in a good spot. the seating's really nice. Anyway, we sit out on the deck overlooking the highway. It's normally like you normally get a little bit of good people watching in, but we were sitting at our table and I looked across and there was a creature over there and I thought he had a beanie on with a hoodie on with like a funny hood, or like a beanie on his shoulders or something. Yeah. Anyway, I kept looking at it, and I looked over one more time, and there was this big glassy yellow eyes staring back at me. He'd brought a cat in, on his shoulders,
like a parrot.
Like a parrot, but it was a black cat with a harness on.
Yeah,
and it was not enjoying itself.
He was having a horrible time
at all.
He had like the thickest jumper on because it was just like clawing into him. It was so good. I guarantee that cat's tail was in his dinner.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because how it was sitting, it was like, for people who aren't watching on YouTube, there was like the dead middle of the cat's stomach was in line with his shoulder.
Yeah.
And so the back half of the cat, or the front half of the cat, so front legs and head were like over his shoulder blade.
Yep.
Which means that the arse and the tail and all that was
over
his chest.
He was leaning in, enjoying his feed.
Yep. And it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And so it led us to, we were absolutely dumbfounded. We've seen people bring, what do they call them? Like the care pets or whatever, like the security, not security pets.
No, they're like I don't know, what do you fucking call it? Emotional support dog.
The emotional support dogs. Yeah, guide dogs and that.
And we used to have a mad fella out at Greenman who'd bring a parrot. An actual parrot on his shoulder.
Parrot's fine, I reckon. Parrots are okay. Dogs at a pub, kind of. The smoking area or the beer garden maybe. But in the main dining area.
Where you're eating.
I still don't know if dogs are cool. But a cat.
Cats are gross.
Cats carry some fucking wild diseases. But, it was the first time where I was like, holy dooly, I've never seen someone bring a cat to a pub before. So there was a cat at the Plainland pub, and the wait staff were super polite about it, but
I would have been less polite. I
would have been significantly less polite. And it was off-putting. It just stared at us the whole time.
In terror, because it obviously thought it was going to fall off its perch, because it was claws in.
It was claws in. Yeah, no, it did not look happy with the situation.
Even to drive around with a cat in your car is just odd to me.
Can you toilet train cats? I know that you can teach them to go to in a place, their little box or whatever.
Yeah, that's gross.
But I think they still go in their own time. Whereas a dog, you can be we only go when we're outside.
Yep, when you're off your chain.
Yep. But I'm unsure as to whether you can train a cat to that extent, because
cats are assholes too. Yeah, even if you trained them, they wouldn't.
No, that's what I mean. I think they would just go and do whatever they want. So, does he have a litter box in his car? Is he driving around with a litter box inside of his car?
Imagine if you had to brake in a hurry.
Yeah, that's
all those little cat turds go flying through there.
Don't worry about the tissue box on the parcel shelf in the back. You got
all the little claymores in the kitty litter box.
The kitty litter box just splat against the front windscreen.
Even that weirds me out, kitty litter.
Kitty litter,
I don't know.
No, well, we're not cat people, but I'm all for people. Once again, we're not here to yuck people's yums,
yum away,
yum away. But Jesus, cat pub, I don't know.
Too far, red car.
Too far, red car.
No, not for me. Not for me.
But yeah, as you mentioned, I got towed away this week. We delayed the podcast, but we had a pretty successful week. Really, the season's proper in now. Yeah, it's it's going crazy now. So,
it's been mid-20s all week. So we actually lit a couple of candles the other night because we had all the windows open, and it was just nice to be back.
Starting to get
doing
back.
That again.
No, it's we're the same. We've had all our doors and windows open, and it's been nice to have the world back in your house instead of closed up, wet and cold.
Yep.
And, we're pretty surprised. It's really sprung into action this week, and Carnival of Flowers. I guess it's generally the time for us where we sort of anticipate it.
Except the parade was
Did you go to the parade?
Well, we had to. Liv was dancing in it.
Yeah, okay.
And so we rocked up, and it was 8 degrees, raining.
Oh,
it was
really?
It was the shittest day since the middle of winter. And so there's all these little girls in like their dance costumes, and even like all the rest of the parade, like everyone's little paper mache flowers were all fucked. And we were there for ages.
Classic Toowoomba.
Yeah, and then Sunday was like 28 degrees, beautiful, not even a cloud.
That's fucking amazing.
And it took ages to get going because like the mayor's got to say his bit.
Yeah,
okay. They had the premier there, and then they finally got going, and like where we were, we could sort of see up to one of the corners, and I was like, oh, it's sweet, there's a cop car coming now, like they've kicked off. And so like the police went past, the police horses, and they're fucking big. They're big horses.
Yeah, they do run big horses, yeah.
And then the army come through, they had a bushmaster and a couple of army troops. And,
that's cool.
And the bagpipes and that.
Yeah.
And then they all finished. And then it was like another 20 minutes before anyone. And I was like, these bastards have just jumped the queue. They're like, we're going to get our bit out of the way because the weather's getting worse. And then they pissed off.
They don't want to march in the rain. They've done plenty of that.
Yeah, but I haven't been to a parade in, it'd be at least since I was probably my kid's age. I haven't been. I went in as an adult. One of my mates had a Willys Jeep in as part of he's like a collector of like military stuff. Yep.
So he drove his Willys Jeep in. I popped my head in to see him drive, but that was like, that would have been like 12.
But it just seems like it was like, I didn't know we had that many bagpipe bands in Toowoomba. There was like six groups of bagpipe bands, and they just had, it was like bagpipe band, 3 businesses, a religious group, a dance group, then another bagpipe, another 3 businesses. It was like, fuck me.
Were they like doing traditional bagpipe music?
Yep.
Or were they
all played the same song? The same, like, if you think of bagpipes, you know the song I'm talking about. Like, it's just that same.
That's amazing
song. And then at the end of the parade, all the bagpipers, which I like bagpipes, they're cool, like, but give it a rest after a minute.
Oh, yeah.
They all got in a big circle on the oval at the finish line and played the exact same song again. But with like fucking 40 of them. I was like, come on, guys, we've already heard this song 6 times.
I used to really like the bagpipes, but in the last house we lived at before this house now, it was in town and it backed onto a cemetery. And so there was 2 downsides to living behind a cemetery. Well, there was 2 downsides and 1 really big upside. Your neighbours are dead quiet.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you
do get a lot more ghosts.
Yeah, you get a lot more ghosts. The 2 downsides are that your house gets fucking dusty because they're always digging holes, perpetually digging holes, and it's red dirt. Like up here, it's red dirt and it just flies in the air forever.
How do you go with a crosswind from the crematorium?
Oh, it's like pretty far away. Yeah. But that would be pretty bad too as well, I reckon. People dust in the air. That's worse than red dust in the air. You'd hope they've got it turned up. You don't want that singeing hair smell.
You'd want it real hot.
You'd want it real hot. Cool story about crematoriums though. You need a license in Australia to own a people furnace. And they're like super highly regulated. Yeah. Which I had no idea. But you can't just go and buy a people furnace.
No. I think Hitler probably... I reckon that's when the regulations come in, probably 1946, I reckon.
I reckon they probably just tightened them up a bit.
1946, they're like, we can't sell these to the public anymore.
Probably need to dial it back a bit. We've reached our quota for the next...
If people start buying, like, big gas bottles and bricks, we'd probably put them on a list.
Probably start looking into them a bit.
Yeah, it should be pretty heavily regulated, I suppose.
Yeah.
You could
disappear a lot of things. Yeah.
Yep, because I know there's a guy up Central Coast maybe, or on the coast anyway. He runs a big crematorium, so he does like horses and he does all the like chimpanzees and stuff for the zoo and cool. People as well.
Yeah.
So he's got the
huge mamma jamma
horse in there.
I wonder if he can burn an elephant.
I don't know.
Because there's elephants here.
Yeah, they are.
Eventually they die. So you either got to dig a big hole.
You think they'd cut them up and feed them to the lions or something, wouldn't you? Like if the elephant died in a zoo.
Well, why don't they cut the chimpanzees up then?
What meat's on a chimpanzee?
Yeah, that's fair. Chewy. Bit string. Yeah, lions might like that. I don't know.
I wouldn't eat a chimpanzee.
I wouldn't eat a chimpanzee. You don't know where they've been.
No. No. That's right.
Yeah, you'd eat an elephant before a chimpanzee.
100%. Yeah.
Giraffe? Would you eat a giraffe?
Yeah.
I'd eat a giraffe.
For sure.
I'd give it a red hot crack.
I've always wondered how you'd give one CPR.
Yeah,
that's always
fucking tired.
Tripped me out.
Yeah, because it's a 2-man job.
It's got to be
a 2-man job. Yeah,
one on the mouth and one on the lungs.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to do it by yourself.
It's a long way to run.
You
get your miles up.
Oh, you probably rope its neck down, like pull its head down near its legs, and
yeah, but then you'd be like trying to blow through some friction of the curve of the neck. Right. You want to keep that thing as straight as possible because there's a lot of air that's got to go down there before you get to the lungs.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know you'd have the lung capacity for it.
Yeah, I wonder how you'd actually give.
Would you bother?
Probably not. I don't think there's too many left, is there?
I think there's a fair few in Texas, and
yeah,
the zoo out here at Pilton's got a swag of them. They just had a couple of new births
of giraffes.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
they have blue tongues.
They do.
It's super weird.
So they don't get sunburnt.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Actually?
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, Spencer loves giraffes.
Yeah,
and so whenever we went to like Australia Zoo and that, he was always like keen on them. But yeah, that's so they don't get sunburnt tongues when they're out licking tree branches all day.
Oh. Yeah. There you go.
Yep. It's the only giraffe fact I know.
Yeah, well.
Other than that they're really tall.
Yeah, other than that they're not super tall, their necks are really long.
Yeah.
And when they fight, they use their necks. They swing
and then little horn things on their heads.
They swing their heads at each other with their necks and get a fair bit of momentum.
You get a fair run up.
It's pretty crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I digress.
We digress. The second bad thing is the bagpipes. Every fucking person who gets buried in Australia has the bagpipes, and they all have basically the same music.
It's like one song.
I bet you everyone who owns a bagpipe, I don't know what the fucking song's called.
Old Lang Syne, I reckon it is, or one of those.
Maybe. I don't know what the actual song's called, but it was just like on repeat in the backyard. Yeah. There was I take note of one funeral that happened like right at our back fence, and they played AC/DC on the bagpipes. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yep. I was like, oh, that's like not bad.
Yeah.
But like every afternoon there was just bagpipes going hard. And it's like, Jesus. And it was like that weird thing. It's like, you probably need to stop mowing for a while.
Yeah.
Sort of like
it's like this morning their loved ones.
And you're just there like listening to some bangers, drinking some beers, just like mowing your backyard. No shirt on. Just swinging it around your head. Yeah. Having the best time.
Yeah.
So there was like a weird etiquette that I never really got the knack of. I always felt super awkward when people were burying, especially like right on our back fence. There was some graves like 2 meters away from our back fence.
Yeah, you sort of don't want to be having a domestic or...
Yeah, so we were like real quiet. We tried to be...
you like go inside and shut the blinds.
Yeah. Well, our back fences were pretty high, so like if they really wanted to, they could have looked in. But I'm sure they had other things on their mind other than fucking looking to see what Ben's doing in his backyard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we always tried to like not make too much noise. But at some point, like on a Saturday, there's like 3 funerals.
Yeah.
Like you got to get some shit done at some point in time.
Yeah, I can't lock myself in the house all day, guys.
At some point, I'm going to have to whip a snipper and mow. Like it's just my job.
Surely by now, there's not that much ground left to dig holes in.
At the Garden of Remembrance, it's still like still got a fair bit.
But I think you reckon more people are getting cremated now just because it's easier.
I think it's way cheaper.
Yeah. Well, no, it's definitely way cheaper, but
there's a lifespan to your grave though. In at the Garden of Remembrance, like the one that we lived behind, they were like digging people up pretty frequently, like making new holes.
Yeah, right.
Like I think maybe some people, I don't know if it's for all, because there was some pretty old graves. Like occasionally we used to just go for a walk in there and just have a look because it was pretty cool.
Yep.
And there was some like super old graves in there.
And they dig them up.
Well, not all of them because there was still some.
Yeah.
But eventually I think you become a plaque on the wall because there was a couple of buildings in there that were like used to be at site blah, blah, blah is now here.
Yeah, right.
And they're just like a bronze plaque.
Because I always wondered that because I was like, if you calculated how many people die every day.
Oh, yeah, the Garden of Remembrance would have been full like 50 years ago.
If you work on like a 6-foot deep hole and whatever the dimensions are, and you would
like
need
3 meters by 1 meter, maybe
400 acres.
Oh yeah, like in a week,
and that's in Australia.
Yeah, imagine in Brisbane. Like imagine how many people are dying in Brisbane.
Yeah,
or Sydney. Like what's the biggest city in Australia? Melbourne or Sydney? I think Sydney overtook it, didn't it?
I've got no idea.
Either way, it's like a couple of million people.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of people just knocking over. And like, how many cemeteries are in Toowoomba? 2? 3?
2.
There's one up the road here.
One over here,
at Drayton.
Yep. And then the one near where you were.
Yep.
I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it, I think.
Yeah. But then you go out to weird little towns like Gumbunji
is like...
Well, Kuya.
Yeah, Kuya's got a big one.
Kuya's got a real big one.
Yeah.
And there's like...
there's like
40 people in the
pub,
town.
a servo, and 40 people, and it's got a huge cemetery.
800 ghosts.
Yeah. But we're family friends with like funeral directors, and it's like it's a very good business model.
Well, you've got an endless supply of customers.
Yeah. Well, what do they reckon? There's two things definite in this world: death and taxes.
Yep. And they'd be getting profit out of both.
Yeah. So they're I don't know. You do your own research, look into it yourself, but you prepay for your funeral.
Yeah.
So like they're not getting you to get the FPOS machine out when you keel over.
No.
It's already, all your plot and everything's all done. So they just have like a huge surplus of money.
Well, that's what I was sort of getting at before too. Like how many people now, like obviously like my grandparents went and purchased plots. So
it was like a big thing back then, yeah.
Which, what a fucking grim afternoon that is.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Here will do.
No. Not happy with that one,
Jen.
Jen.
Yeah, I want to go over here under this tree.
But I really liked it. No, imagine getting divorced because you couldn't figure out where you
want to be buried.
Where you wanted to be buried.
Yep.
I'm sure it's probably there's been some arguments. I reckon, what would be the coolest? Would you buried or burned?
I don't care.
You don't care? I want to be launched into space.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fucking sick because you don't decompose. So I could just be staring down at every couple of fucking ages. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. I'm not going to know.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
right.
Chuck
me in a fish tank. Do what you want.
Yep. Fish tank. Feed me to the lions.
Yep. The cool thing they do in the US, I don't know if we do it here in Australia, but there's like death farms where people can donate their body to, like, I think the CIA or the FBI use it.
Yeah.
And so they'll just throw your body in a car boot out in the sun for 6 months and study how it decomposes.
To figure out what happens.
Then they've got a record of, like, when they go to a scene and they pop the boot and go, oh, he looks like 3 months. So you can actually donate.
It's like when you go to hospital and they've got to pick the sad face for how bad the pain is. Yeah. It's like they've just got Barry
decomposition chart.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they'll leave people out in the open. They'll put them in cars. They'll put them in drums. They'll all sorts of stuff. Bury them in leaf litter.
Oh, that's cool.
They've got a big facility where they just chuck. So you can. Some people I think they do it a lot with like unclaimed people as well. Like people that die in a hospital and don't have any next to kin or whatever. They just donate them to the
that's pretty cool.
To the death farm.
Can you do two things? Can you donate organs and then go to the death farm?
I suppose so.
Or do you have to be like
they
fully
probably want
intact,
your organs in
maybe
there,
so they can pull you apart? I don't know.
They'd probably want a few hollow.
Yeah, I guess
cavities.
Hollow cavities would be pretty cool.
Yeah, don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I don't care.
No,
do what you want.
Do what you want. Yeah, I reckon either in space.
Turn me to fertilizer.
Fertilizer would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you had like a family farm that was like handed down generation after generation after generation, imagine if you can be like, my great granddad, my granddad, my dad, and my uncle all fertilise this backyard.
They're going, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Because you can't just go and get buried under a tree somewhere now, can you?
No, you cannot. Oh, no. So even if you own a big property, you have to have a registered like graveyard on the property. You can register them, but it has to be you get the council to zone it as the graveyard, and then you can have like your. But it's like back in the day, like as our friend's property out at Glenelg, out at Carrara, they have cemetery plots everywhere.
Yeah,
like there's just some next to the creek. There's some here. There's just headstones like sort of wherever people sort of drop dead.
Because that was
all their favourite parts on the property or whatever.
Cobb and Co. and they had the tin mine and that out there as well. So
yeah, it's done a lot of history, but back then you could just sort of bury people wherever they dropped over. But now they sort of half expect you to put them in a
do the right thing.
Regulated spot.
Why?
I don't know. You disappear. I guess they want to make sure that people aren't just getting. They want to know
making sure you're not burying.
Yeah, like if in 10 years' time they come out there and dig up a heap of dead bodies that you never told them are there, they're going to be like, who the fuck were these people?
Yeah, there's going to be some questions needed.
Even if it's like in the little regulated spot with the headstone, you can be like, it's fucking clearly Ben. They did the paperwork a couple of years ago. Or is this fucking Uncle Joe that nobody's seen for 20 years and he's just fucking in the backyard under his favourite oak tree.
In a freezer.
In the freezer.
Just keep him fresh.
Fuck that. My freezer space is much too I don't have any family members that I would prefer to have in my freezer than the beef that I've got.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's much too precious a space to be taken up with dead bodies.
No, you can go out in the back under a tree.
You can go under the tree or in the open. I don't care.
I did read yesterday.
Yeah.
Speaking of bodies buried and dead stuff, the Chinese dug up a skull that is 1 million years old.
Yeah. A current human skull.
Yeah. Homo. I did write it down because I knew I'd fuck it up. Homo longi, which was it was like the same sister family as Homo sapien and Neanderthal.
Oh.
So they were like, if this group was around 1 million years ago, we need to assume that they were as well, because it was all from the same genetic makeup. So that's
a long time before they. That's a long time.
And they were like, they dated it and were like, that can't be right. So they retested it 24 times and then sent it out to independent facilities to test as well.
Wow.
Every one of them came back.
1 million years.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a long time. That makes a 300 million year old wheel. Not that far off that. Like, if we were
because I think originally they thought that Neanderthals and that started separating from our like the first, what they call big brain humans, around 600,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's another 400,000.
Yeah, well, it's like nearly 50% again, isn't it? Like, that's a big gap.
It's a huge gap.
Yeah.
And it looks very similar. Like you can look at it and go, oh, that's a person's skull.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So shorter. Like the Neanderthals and that, like shorter between like the eye sockets and the top of the jaw. Yeah, like the real stumpy sort of head, but you could tell it had like the big
it had like the normal
brain area and stuff. Yeah.
It's super. It always freaks me out that there was like different versions of us, hey, like the Neanderthals.
The happy clappers.
Yeah, that's true. Because like I sort of subscribe to the fact that we all existed at the same time. Like, obviously some were probably around before others, but we were always sort of... But I reckon we interbred with them. I reckon there's some people that are more...
I think they found evidence that we did interbreed.
Because, like, I reckon the more creative dyslexic of us come from the Neanderthal bloodline. I reckon. I don't know. Like, it just seems like...
And you can't tell me you wouldn't have been at a party and, you know...
Saw a big crunchy Neanderthal.
All the hot Homo sapiens already... paired up and you go,
it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We got to close.
The lights have just been turned on. It'll be right.
It'll be right.
What could go wrong?
Just one time. Just one time.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I reckon it for sure had to happen. It definitely had to happen. Because, so this actually works into one of my other points that I saw this week. If we existed 1 million years ago, like say similar humans existed 1 million years ago, when do they reckon the dinosaurs existed? What's the current...
Oh, shit.
Like
300 million or 150 million or something.
So I just found out this week that there's statues that what's that big fucking museum in DC in America called?
The Smithsonian.
Smithsonian. Yeah. Apparently they have like over 1,000 statues that have been dated back 25 to 3,500 years old that have got carvings of humans riding dinosaurs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I know woolly mammoths. They're not dinosaurs, obviously, but they were still around when they think the pyramids were being built.
Yeah, okay.
There were still woolly mammoths on the earth.
Is that the mainstream?
Built
like
the
that. Pyramids.
Yeah. And I know in the US. In 2018 or 19, they were doing some road construction and dug up one of the flying dinosaurs, like a pterodactyl or one of those sort of things, and it had like a skeleton of one, and it had cut marks in it like from stone
like
tools.
Blades. Yeah, okay.
So they were like someone was around at the same time.
Yeah. Have you heard of that Boneyard, Alaska fella?
Yeah.
Because he's got, for the people that don't know, he's been on Joe Rogan a couple of times, but he's a gold miner in Alaska, and he owns this massive swag of land in Alaska that they mine gold on still. But they found a huge chunk of permafrost, and in the permafrost is like all these dire wolves, and it's like a 4-acre part of thing of permafrost, but it's got thousands of animals in it. So they think it was like a river where they all sort of like washed into and got stuck there, and then the permafrost did it. But there's some of the really, really, really old animals that we weren't meant to be around with that are the same. They've got they've found their bones and stuff
like tool marks
with tool marks in the bones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like they've got a heap of like a heap of the what are they like the not the tigers but whatever they are with like saw marks and like very very clearly cut processed bone marks like marks in the bones of human intervention in the prehistoric animals.
Yeah.
So I like.
So something has.
Yeah, something's fucked around with it.
Has been using them for whatever reason. Whether it's hides or meat or.
Yeah, they're processed in some form or another. It's like super weird. So like we hypothesize a lot of stuff and like we talk a lot of shit, obviously, but I don't reckon it is that outlandish to say that we tamed dinosaurs. I reckon we probably lived side by side with dinosaurs, and I don't think there's any reason why, especially the herbivores, why you wouldn't have tamed them, put a saddle on them, or put a harness on them and had them dragging shit around. It would have been pretty normal, I reckon. Like, we do that with horses, and we do that with fucking cattle and everything.
We've domesticated a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so like if they were around, I don't know why people, and the wheel was clearly around, like they've got pretty solid evidence that the wheel's been around for about 300 million years. Yeah. So I don't know why it would be an outlandish statement to say that if people existed alongside the dinosaurs, but why we wouldn't have utilised them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you'd be mad not to.
Yeah, well, they're fucking enormous, right? Like, if you've got some big-ass rocks that need dragging, I've got some pretty decent horsepower that only eats leaves.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just put a fucking harness on them, put a bit of rope on them. That fucking would have worked something out, surely. But, like, crocodiles and chickens are still technically descendants of dinosaurs.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, chickens are like... Well, they reckon now that all like velociraptors and stuff were feathered.
Yeah. So... Yeah. Which makes, like, heaps more sense.
Of course. So as soon as you work that out and watch a chicken...
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, but, like, feathers and fur. Like, it was super weird. I never really thought about it until they were like, hey, maybe dinosaurs had feathers on them. But it's like, why wouldn't you have any protection on your skin? Like, that's
why wouldn't you evolve?
Like, why wouldn't you evolve to have that protection on your skin? Because that's what fur is. It keeps you warm, it insulates you, it keeps the water off you. Yeah. But it also, when you get bitten, like if you see like a dog that's got like, especially the German Shepherds, they got big scruffy necks. Yep. It's really protective.
Yeah,
like
that's
right. Protects them quite a lot. And like same as chickens, like the feathers like look pretty soft, but when you condense them all, they're pretty tough, pretty hard to get your tooth through a big stack of feathers. Like you got to chew much harder than you'd have to if it was just skin.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not like in different parts of the world they wouldn't have evolved into away from just having like that like elephant skin.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess elephants and rhinos don't have feathers, do they? But they've got, like, really thick... They have leather. And I don't think anybody ever proposed that dinosaurs had leather skin, did they? I don't know.
Well, all the stuff you see of, like, the big, long neck fucking things and T-Rex and that, they all had leather skin.
Did they?
Yeah.
Not scales?
Or was it? No, it wasn't scales.
It wasn't scales.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. But then, like, I suppose elephants living in hot areas had no need to get fur or feathers.
And they're just fucking big. I don't know.
And then some of them went in the water and became whales anyway.
Yeah,
that's apparently. How they cooled off.
Yeah, they got a bit hot. Yeah, start swimming, go for a bit of a jog every now and again.
Yeah, you can get...
Imagine how many ancestors you got to have that just occasionally went for a dip before they started getting web feet and like actually getting good at
That's what freaks me out about evolution is like... They go, oh yeah, we were like, there are these little things in the water, and then one day one wanted to go up on the sand, and it just grew little legs, and then the next one grew a bit big. But like, how many
times do they have to go up on the sand?
How many times before your genetic code goes, oh, we need this bit a little bit longer, and maybe we'll split the stumpy leg into 4 toes. And
well, horses used to have 2 hooves, like a cow, like a cow and a camel,
and a deer,
But then, like over time, that second bone retracted up. And now it's still there. There's still like remnants of where it used to pop out the back. But instead of being like side by side like a deer or a cow, it was front to back.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like dogs with dew claws.
Yeah.
That's just like a little...
It's a retracted 5th claw or whatever.
And you just chop them off if it's giving them grief. Like doesn't do anything.
But by golly, like our German Shepherd's got his, like all of his dew claws still. He's even got them on the back, which is like super weird. But they're pretty handy. Like, he grips onto shit and it's like pretty grippy. Like, when he grabs onto like logs and stuff, he's like...
He does use them.
He uses... They just sort of like passively grip on. But you can act... Like, you can watch them being active. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's an odd evolution's just...
But like, how... Like, that's a long time. Like, has to be. It has to be. I reckon it's millions of years. We haven't changed from Homo sapiens that they're finding that are like a couple of 100,000 years old, and we've fucking changed fuck all.
Well, we're all getting the little dimple in our fingers from the phone. Have you got them? In your little finger? You know, people
what?
When people hold
their phone?
I've
not heard this, no. What's happening?
So when people scroll their phone, they do that, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, so, rested on their pinky.
And so you end up...
I have it?
Yeah, it's starting to grow. Yeah. So people see that like goes out to the first knuckle and then dips down.
I'm going to have to fucking look into this. I reckon you're pulling a fucking leg, mate. There's no fucking way. No way. That would be like an insane use of your pinky, wouldn't it? I'm going to have to figure out how I hold my phone now, and I'm going to not do it just to fucking go against evolution.
Just to de-evolve.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, they're talking about like what's going to happen with humans and like integration with AI and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like with like Elon Musk's Neuralink and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to be fucking part of that. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe our grandkids or their grandkids will have a different respect for like external things entering their body, but by golly, I don't know. I'm pretty dubious about having my phone around me most of the time.
Yeah.
Let alone like having something that somebody else made and somebody else does the... My parents have...
somebody else can shut down.
Update, shut down, change. Yep. Change the configuration of fucking whatever. My parents bought a car recently, a new car, a reasonably nice car, and it's got some features on it that they don't particularly like, safety features that are just like programmed into the car. And when they first bought it, as part of the sales pitch to it, the sales guy was like, oh, you can turn all them off. Yeah. No worries. You just fucking go in, you can set shortcuts, flick them all off, done. Yep. Takes you 3 seconds when you start the car, no worries.
Yeah.
Done. And so they're like, oh, cool, not a worry, easy done. We'll just buy it because we don't have to worry about those shit safety features.
Yep.
They've had it for like 6 months now, probably a bit longer than 6 months. And the car updated itself and now you can't adjust any of the safety features. Yeah.
You can't turn any of them off.
No.
See, I can turn off some of them and they stay off, and the others, you got to turn them off every time you start the car.
Yeah, no, so all of them turned back on every time they started the car, but now you can't turn any single one of them off.
Wow.
They've disabled the feature to be able to turn them all off.
That's so shit.
So, like, that's just a fucking car, not a chip in your brain. Like, imagine if they're like, oh, no, when you buy it, you've got full access to it. We don't access it. Just occasionally we're going to jump in there and update it and make sure the firmware. Yeah. And then you got it in your brain.
And then the fucking satellite that's running your chip gets hit by an asteroid and you're fucking in a nursing home paralysed from the neck down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd say I'm super, because they reckon the people that are going to get it are going to be way more advanced. And they're going to have like the edge in competition.
But the other side of it too is that like the speculation is that you won't talk or you won't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like yeah. You'll be able to talk.
If someone's lying to you, you'll be able to see what they're actually thinking.
Yeah, well, you won't be using words anymore. It'll be telekinesis between the chips. The chips will just be talking, but. Like, to me, that's like, yeah, I don't know. I'd be pretty good. Like, if they made that mandatory, I'll probably just go live on an island, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon I'd tap out pretty quick.
Pretty done with it. Like, I don't know. That rubs me entirely the wrong way. I just don't think... Because, like, how much more competitive can you be than me with a very good phone?
Yeah.
Like... Really, like, you're not going to find more information because it's still going to be connected to the internet. Like, they're not going to have, like, a private internet. So you're still going to have the same information on your phone.
Yep.
But I can just put my phone away or buy a different phone if I don't like...
smash your phone with a rock. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to not be involved.
But, like, what, you're going to get it seconds, minutes faster than me because it's in your brain?
Yep.
Whereas, like, I'm just going to access it a bit slower but still have the... same information. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the cost benefit analysis for me is just like
no. I can see the benefit. Like the ones they're trialing now are in people that are quadriplegics and
they're connecting vertebrae, like the spinal cord where it's been severed. They're just like bridging it and it's fucking working.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's great.
Fucking brilliant. Yep.
But eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't need to integrate into my thoughts.
I reckon the chip would probably tap out anyway.
You reckon he'd just pack up its little
suitcase, around in your head for a minute and just shut itself down.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe you'll be able to like listen to a podcast in your brain. I don't know. Imagine if it was like a CD and it just started skipping and got stuck. Like, you know, occasionally you listen to Spotify and it will like fuck up and like just keep playing the same bit of the song for a couple of seconds.
Well, mine does that when I drop out of the Wi-Fi down the street. Here, drops out, stutters and skips for a bit, and then I turn the corner. The road must turn just enough that it picks the Wi-Fi up again for half the song, and then once I get out of range again, it's all good. But imagine if it did that in your head.
Yeah, imagine if it did that in your head. That'd be very scary. You'd just be like, how
or
do you
like
get,
at 2 in the morning, just starts playing a song full noise.
Full noise.
Just fucking wake up.
Yeah.
Piss your pants.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me. But yeah, the medical side, I can definitely understand the medical side of it.
Yeah, there's good and bad to all of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if you picked like the Apple one to start with because you thought that was cool, and then you're like, this ecosystem sucks. My mate's got the Android one that's way better.
Yeah, which has been the case for
well, like Android's always better.
Years.
Yeah. But
20 years.
20 years. But then they've got to reopen your skull and like change all the wiring around. Yeah. You got to go in for like life-threatening surgery just to update. You think it's hard getting out of an ecosystem now. Wait until it's tapped into your fucking brain.
Yeah, it's hard enough now trying to unsubscribe from emails.
Yeah.
I worked out the hack for that years ago. So anywhere you go, like, go to the shop. So, do you want to put your phone number in or whatever? And I always give them Danielle's phone number.
Yeah.
So everywhere, like all the pet food shops, Rebel, all that gear, I'll go. They go, oh yeah, what's your phone number? And I'll give them her number.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, Danielle? I'm like, Danielle, yeah, it's my wife. I put my number as hers, so she gets all the spam, all the Domino's pizza stuff, everything. And I get
That's
none
amazing.
Of it. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's a good little hack, that one.
That is a good hack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna adopt that hack, I think.
Yeah, just
straight away.
Give him someone else's number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're talking about like super off topic, well, not even off topic, but like fringy things.
When are we on topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast today about the moon, and there's some pretty good evidence to say it's hollow.
I've been through that rabbit hole a couple of times in the past.
This is the first I've ever heard about it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the hollow moon theory.
Yeah, so they've done a heap of probes to the moon, obviously. There's a heap that we can talk about the moon because it's like apparently it's super fucking fascinating. But this one point I just wanted to bring up really quick because I was like, this is super weird. When they were sending probes to the moon, as part of like the seismic test to figure out like the density of the moon, they crashed one of the rocket boosters into it. And apparently it rung like a bell for over an hour when the vibrations go in, when we do a similar thing to the world, the vibrations go into the crust and into the core and they slow down and they don't reverberate. So you can measure the density because as the sound waves change and dissipate, it happens at a certain speed depending on the density. But in the moon, they sped up and made it ring.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like a proper documented thing. You can look it up.
But is that because the moon hasn't got an atmosphere, or?
No, it's because it's hollow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with the atmosphere. Zero to do with the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they try and like explain it away by saying it's got like cavities, this sort of stuff. But they're like, yeah, but the thing is that the reverberations like bounced from side to side like a bell and they sped up. So there's nothing interfering with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because that's the other thing. It's not a theory. I think it's well, it is a theory, I suppose. But because when the solar system formed, everything was closer to the sun. We're constantly getting further away from the sun.
Yeah, and the moon's drifting away from us.
So we're at the prime distance from the sun to support life.
Yeah,
and that's why they're saying now that like there was life on Mars because at a certain point in time, Mars was where Earth is now.
Yeah,
and so it had the right. It wasn't too hot.
Yep.
It wasn't too cold.
Yep.
It was like, and so eventually the Earth will get to a point where it's just too far from the sun.
Yeah,
and it'll fucking die.
But like
and then Venus will come through, and it'll if it's got
the right stuff going on. It'll do the same. Because like that's a wildly terrifying thought. But
I think we've still got 1 billion years.
Yeah, it obviously happens super slowly, but. Because there's like water on Mars, and now they reckon there's water on the moon.
In the moon, because it's high.
Well, yeah, it could be stored in the moon. So occasionally a really rare phenomenon happens, and the moon has an atmosphere of water. Like it's a whole bubble, like a wet ring around the like an atmosphere around it that's wet, and then it just like disappears again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they don't know where the water comes from because obviously water doesn't just like cruise around in space.
Well, when we shoot your dead body up there,
I'll tell you.
We'll put a little GoPro on you, and we'll see what's going on.
Because there's a Tesla floating around up there.
Yeah.
Elon Musk
shot one into space
ages ago. Yeah. So I wonder where it is now. I wonder if anybody's actually like tracking where the Tesla is. Because obviously I'm no space expert, as we found out last fucking week. With me trying to grapple how the sun and the moon and the stars
work.
So I'm a bit far behind the average scholar, but I'm catching up. I reckon I'm catching up. Back to less weird things in the world. Just governments doing stuff.
Yep.
So in fucking, I was so confident
going into that hot.
I was rolling into that hot. So in Belgium, they started doing a test. So they wanted to try and figure out how to reduce landfill. So landfill over there is like a big problem. Obviously, they don't have quite as much space as us in Australia here.
Yeah.
So they're like trying to monitor it all the time. And with the new recycling stuff, and everyone's trying to like do better with like landfill stuff. So they came up with this genius idea. They gave 2,000 people, let me just look at my notes, 3 chickens each. 2,000 people, 3 chickens each.
Yep.
And in the first month, it reduced the landfill by 100 tonnes.
Just from feeding the chooks all the...
Yep.
Wow.
100 tonnes. They say in 1 month, 2,000 people saved 100 tonnes in landfill. Isn't that a weird number? And also, like as a bonus, one, you get chickens, which are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like they're just cool to have around.
They're dinosaurs.
They're like mini dinosaurs, and they make weird little dinosaur noises as they like sort of croak around the place.
And you get eggs.
Which are fucking delicious. Yes. Like they're way better than store-bought eggs.
Yeah. And chook shit to fertilise your veggie garden.
Yeah. And so you can grow your own veggies and stuff, but like not that everyone's got enough space to have 3 chickens.
No,
but
what an interesting approach to a problem.
Yeah, like everyone goes, well, use less or do this or fucking whatever, but like...
Yeah, but even eating veggies, you've still got scraps. Like you've still got shit that you throw out.
Yeah, like the core of the lettuce and like the stub of... the skin of the potatoes and the edges of the onion. Yeah, that's right.
There's always little
bits
of weird shit
that's
you
right.
throw out.
Whereas like that's just good chicken food.
Yeah.
And it's good for your garden. It's good like if you've got an insect problem.
Yep.
They eat all the spiders and bugs and ticks and fucking whatever else. Yep. Cockroaches, they eat all that stuff.
They go hard on snakes too.
They love snakes, yeah. And rats.
And
I went there the next day, not a single rat.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you.
Crazy. Yeah. They ate all. There's one still that they obviously can't get to.
He's up on the roof.
Because he's up in the mesh in the roof.
Yeah.
So like to fill in the people who are like listening at home being like, fucking rats, what? So we've got like quite a large chicken coop at home. And it's being slowly, not so slowly, inundated by just fucking rats. And I don't know why. Obviously, it's just a good place for them to chill out. It's quite a spacious chicken coop, and there's always heaps of grain and stuff in there for our chickens. But they're super smart. They like run away as soon as you shine a torch on them. They just disappear into the little crevices. So we got Stricko's dad out. He's got like the whole predator set up.
He's actually got a side hustle that he goes and clears out work sheds and stables and clears out pest birds and rats and stuff.
Yeah, out of like commercial sheds and stuff like that. And so he does it in the dark with no lights, just with thermals and infrared stuff. So he's super sneaky and does it with an air rifle, so it makes very small. Like
sneakier than us.
Way sneakier than us.
We just sat in the backyard with a couple of beers and a cigar and fucking watched him.
Just yarn, and we lost him for a while. Yeah, we lost him for a little while. He gave us a play along with a handheld one so that we could watch what he was doing, and we lost it in the grass for a while, and then we were picking it up, and then we got distracted talking and walking around, and then we tried to find him with and we just completely lost. He was gone.
Yeah.
He just disappeared, shuffling around with his tripod.
But there was 8 rats.
Yeah, I think he shot 8 or 9 rats. Yeah.
So like they ate all 8 of them.
There's not a rat left.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think like a fox or a cat got in there.
No, it's like
because they just eat the chicken.
Yeah, there'd be no chickens.
Yeah. I used to work on an egg farm, like through school, just for a bit of cash for your weekend play money and that. And the idiot that I worked for, we had a heap of trouble with, I can't remember, mice and rats was what he was mainly after, and possums, because they'd get up in the rafters in like where the little chicks are.
Oh, yeah.
And all the chicks would get a fright and they'd all run to one end of the shed and like smother each other. Like you'd lose 1,000 chickens in a night.
Yeah, okay.
And out of 10,000, they just all pile on each other.
Push each other up.
So he went and bought 2 carpet pythons. And I was like, mate, this isn't going to work.
No, that's not going to end well.
Anyway, he goes, no, I'll put them up and they'll eat all the rats and mice and they'll fix it. No,
they just eat all the eggs.
Eat all the eggs.
Yeah.
Ate a couple of chicks. Started eating chicks. So next thing, like, we used to pick up 65,000, 70,000 eggs every day.
Holy.
Yeah, it was a big thing. Like,
that's a lot of eggs.
You know, your 20-litre pails, like buckets from Bunnings.
That's an incomprehensible amount of eggs, yeah.
So they had 9 sheds.
Yep.
And out of shed 9 was the biggest one, and we would fit however many of those 20-litre buckets you could fit on a single cab Hilux tray.
Yeah.
We would fill that
full of eggs.
1.5 times full of eggs every day. That's out of one shed.
Wow.
And so we'd get up there at 5 in the morning, pick them all. Like, you just go through. They just got like hundreds of metres of little nesting boxes.
Yeah.
And you just get
like on the ground, or are they like
up,
suspended?
Elevated.
Yeah.
And you just go in there and you just go through the middle door and you'd go, one go left, one go right, just start picking eggs, fill all the buckets, and then you get up to the top shed and start sorting them. So, like, you get really good at, like, that's a small. When you go to the shop, yep, that's a large, that's extra. And that was like, we'd work like 5 till 11 every Saturday for a bit of cash.
Yeah.
But yeah, this fucking carpet python, I was like, mate, what? So it was like,
you'd think a chook farmer would be a bit smarter than that.
You would think so. So you'd pick all the eggs, and then he'd pick like 3 or 4 of us to go and try and find these carpet pythons to see because he just lost them. Like, they just went.
They would have bred out of control too. Like, what a great spot for a carp. Plenty of water. Yeah.
Nice warm sheds.
I wonder what those carpet pythons did in a past life, because they just got given the gift, didn't they?
Like,
no predators in a contained little yard.
Yeah.
Plenty. It's so good. That's a lot. I can't comprehend that amount of eggs.
Yeah.
Do you know what he used to get paid per egg?
No idea.
No idea.
No. Well, he only paid us. I think we were on like $10 or $15 an hour cash.
Yeah.
He's probably going to AGO's probably going to read him after this.
Be like, interesting.
But it was a. And like both my brothers worked there as well. Like, it was just good. It was just up the road.
Yeah.
So like we'd get up there Christmas morning. Get up at 5. Mum and Dad were like, sweet.
Yeah. Get out of the house
sleeping.
Yeah.
And you just pick
shit ton
buckets
of eggs.
and buckets of eggs, and then go and sort them all, and then you'd sort them all into like things. This is like pre-automation, obviously.
Yeah. Because like, was he a big chicken farm? Like, is that considered a big chicken farm, or like a little chicken farm?
What's the big fellas at like Pittsburgh? That's
they're fucking massive. They reckon there's like 2 million chickens in the Darling Downs. Like, they reckon there's a lot of chickens here.
Yeah, well, we had 9 sheds. So and so most of them were 8 of them were the same length. They would have been probably the length of this shed.
Yeah.
And then shed 9 was like double that. So like
holy, how high?
Oh,
like half the height of this shed?
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, okay.
Probably the top of the mezzanine there.
Oh yeah, but you like walk around in there. Yeah. You weren't like.
And the funniest thing ever was you'd wait till old mate was like up the other end, and you'd lob an egg at the rafters just above him, and like 1,000 chickens would just freak the fuck out. And all you could do was like shut your eyes and just sort of sit there until all the flapping and the squawking stopped and all the dust settled. Oh, it was great.
That's hilarious.
Good times, character building.
Yeah, that's right. Good for the immune system.
Yeah.
Fucking good for the immune system.
Yeah. Genius.
Genius. That's so fucking good.
There's another genius thing. I only just saw it. I was looking for my notes for the human skull.
Yeah.
And there's a kindergarten in Craigslea. They've been caught out. They've been trying to sell all the little kids' artwork to the parents. They're in debt. Like, they're fucked.
Oh.
And so they're like, if you want the kids like
daycare
finger painting drawings, you've got to pay for them. Otherwise, they get destroyed at the end of the day. And this woman just didn't know about it, and just took her kid's artwork home. And then next thing, she's like having to answer questions to the police about, and she was like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah,
they owe their staff something like $60,000 in wages.
That's a
and
lot
stuff.
of finger paintings,
and so they're trying to like claw back. It was like $2,200 worth. They were trying to sting him for these finger paintings. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
What was one finger painting worth?
I don't know. They just said like the amount that they invoiced out or whatever was $2,200 for fucking finger painting, and like the little noodle
like macaroni art and shit. Yeah,
and I was like, oh, fucking hell, that's just time to call in the liquidator, I think. If you're trying to sell 4-year-olds artwork to pay your bills.
Back to their parents.
Yeah.
And if their parents are dumb enough to fucking pay for it, that's a whole nother level.
Oh, mate.
I'll just been like, keep it, buddy. Like, they're coming home. I'll just get them to do another. They've practiced at your place. They'll do a better one at mine. Yeah.
And they're never any good anyway.
No.
I mean, not that I've got
good.
They're so good.
You hang all yours up on the fridge.
Every one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
You've got a little art book with the date and time.
I've got a room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, what a joke. You made if I got that letter sent home with me that I had to pay for my kids.
Where's Craig's Lee?
I don't know. I'd put my phone on fucking
play,
mate. We're not fact checking
anymore. Yeah, we did. We're not fact checking anymore. No reliable data coming from this podcast whatsoever.
What else? I'll tell you what pissed me off the other day was I was down at the shops and the amount of people that aren't wearing shoes.
Oh, no, get amongst it. No shoes. I love no shoes. I'm all for the no shoe.
Not in a fucking shopping centre.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
If I saw you,
I used to years ago. I wear Crocs now because Crocs are a good solution to the no shoe problem.
But I saw a lady carrying her probably 10-year-old son across the intersection to the medical centre.
Yeah. Fucking roads, that's a bit rough.
Black feet.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's pretty full noise.
Fuck off. Put some thongs on them. Like she's carrying him obviously because the road's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
You know they make things to protect your
feet. Yeah. And I'm all for walking around the paddocks.
Yeah, no,
I'll zip into Crow's Nest and grab some shit quickly. But I don't know if I'd go medical centre, no shoes.
No.
Hospital, no shoes, no.
Even a shopping centre, like that just... Like, can you imagine going into like a public toilet and piss all over the floor?
Yeah, that would be weird, actually.
All these people just walking around like with hobbit feet.
Yeah, hobbit feet.
Gross. I was like...
Just hard feet. The prickles are afraid of them.
You feel like buying a box of Roccos and just fucking throwing them out the window and put these on.
That's fucking amazing.
I was like...
Yeah, that's probably a bit far.
It's not hard to just put a pair of socks on.
You reckon socks?
I would rather socks.
Not in a public toilet. That'd be fun.
No, that'd be rank, wouldn't it?
You'd just be squelching around in your socks.
Yeah. I remember not getting let into a club one night because my I had the white shoes, like skate shoes and shit.
Yeah.
And they had that big thing. Remember that big thing where it was like you couldn't wear like a Broncos shirt or...
Oh, yeah. You couldn't wear like a fight club or any
colours.
They treated like footy clubs like bikey colours.
And we were out one night and a mate had... they were like red or...
Do they still enforce that?
I got no idea. I don't think so because we went out a few months ago now for dinner and then... all realised that we all had no kids. We were like, let's go out. Yeah, we'll go have a few drinks. And like everyone in there's just wearing like fucking track pants and like tracksuit pants and shit. Like no one puts in any effort anymore.
No.
But yeah, we were out one night and I can't remember. They were like skate shoes or they were too bright. Like they were real Larry shoes or whatever. They were like, mate, you can't come in.
Because you had Larry shoes on.
No, it was one of my mates. I got in once because I had a shirt on. I just turned inside out and went in. So he went at the back of the line, took his shoes off and put them in the hedges and just had black socks on. And I like just sort of scanned. Yeah, mate, you're all good. In you go. And he's in there squelched around on the sticky carpet.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it had to burn those socks afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But, I don't know. It just freaked me the fuck out the other day. I was like, because I saw the one, like, this lady carrying her full-grown child down the street because, and then I was like, that's fucked. And then when I got out at the shops, I just, you just sort of hone in on it then. And I was like, there's a whole family of them there with no fucking shoes on.
There's a whole wing of them.
Yeah.
They love it. Just getting amongst it. We've been watching a geophysicist on YouTube. So like space physics guy. And he is a huge proponent of no shoes. Massive proponent. He's such a big proponent. He's designed earthing shoes. Yeah, so it can ground you whilst wearing shoes. So he reckons there's a whole... I've just found out there's a whole fucking wing of these people that think the vibrations of the universe build up in your body and you have to walk barefoot places to like earth you, and that helps you think better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so he's obviously was used to be part of the No Foot Committee, and now he's a famous YouTuber, so he probably can't be seen without no shoes anymore. Yeah. So he's designed earthing shoes that are like sandals with like copper rods in them.
You know what's going to wreck his theory?
The fact that he's got to walk around with copper rods in his shoes.
When he gets out of his car and over here one day and has to walk through a patch of fucking bindies. There's going to be some vibrations in those feet.
They're going to be toweling down the paddock.
Anyone who doesn't wear shoes, I don't care. I'm the same. Like when we're camping and that, barefoot all day.
Yep.
But fuck me, you walk through a proper bindi patch.
Oh yeah, you know about it.
You know about it.
Yeah. No, there are some savage ground bindies in Australia, for sure.
It's
a lifestyle choice.
It is.
It's definitely a lifestyle choice. But I just couldn't believe that there's like there's a big enough community to commercialise grounding shoes. Like,
and that's what people do. They get so passionate about something, they turn it into a thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to wear shoes anymore, so I'm just going to say that the vibrations of the earth. Fuck off.
They'd be the ones charging their stones under the moonlight and shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Out, what do they what do they do? Yeah, the guys that lie on their back and their asshole up to the sun to recharge themselves.
Is that a thing?
It's like a yoga thing.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's through your bum.
Yeah, that mad fella here in Australia that had he was a chef, like a celebrity chef, and he went fucking loopy before Spicy Cough.
No.
Pete. What's his fucking name? Anyone who knows him would know what I'm talking about, but he went like full loopy, like ratty hair, big beard. Like he got shunned. He was like anti-vax and all this. Yeah. Don't drink milk unless it's straight from the cow. And went fucking.
Well, I'm a proponent of that. That's
but like he went like proper silly. And started.
Well, I think if you got to charge your body through your bum hole, there's probably some science missing.
He was even like, I think the reason he got sort of shunned out of everything was he was proposing like vegan diets for newborns and stuff. He's like, no, don't give newborns.
Do you remember that person that got convicted for that? They starved their kid to death because they would only feed it like veggie food.
Grass.
Yeah. Fucking maniac.
But yeah, he was like the same. Like you go out in the morning and lie on your back with your freckle in the air and that's how you recharge
I think if you're trying to recharge through your balloon knot, you've got some...
Yeah, that's not a charging port.
That's not a charging port. That's a discharging port. Yeah. I think he's a bit backwards on his sides.
Yeah.
I'd be more of a proponent if it was like your nipples or something. Like, Get your positive and your negative terminals out there and just fucking send
yourself, you go and stand in the sun in the morning for half an hour and you can feel
it's lovely,
better.
Yeah, but I don't need to put my
fucking... back with your doot in the air.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't mind cruising around home naked.
Yeah.
Like, I get amongst that.
Yeah.
But, geez, your balls get fucking hot quick. Gee. Like, on a hot summery day, you can really... It's not designed for UV at all. Yeah. And it's on the front, and it's like... That's, like, pretty hardy skin.
Yeah.
I reckon my balloon knot would be... way more sensitive to the old UV. Maybe it's just a really quick rapid charge. It's like the fast charge. You only need a couple of seconds. Line her up, get her out there, close her up, let's go, we're out of here. Whereas it takes like...
Imagine if we got sunburnt.
Imagine having to sit down in your office all day just with a sunburnt bum. No. I got my balls sunburnt bad one time.
Did you?
Real bad. Yeah, so I was wearing footy shorts with no jocks on underneath.
Yeah.
And I was tiling a pool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I just was kneeling down next to the pool all day.
Yeah.
Just running tiles around it.
Yeah.
And fucking got home and I was like, geez, that's a bit sensitive. And she was just red all inside my thighs.
The reflection
off the tile, like the reflection off the pool water just cooked her. Uncomfortable. Like, because I'm a ginger, so I burn pretty easily anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised the lights aren't.
Yeah, that's right. I've got sunscreen on already. It's all right.
But I remember I got caught out the same. Like we went out, like on a fishing charter, and same thing. You lay the arms up and you put a big wide brimmed hat and your sunnies on. But the reflection off the water, I got home and from like the bottom of my sunnies down was like tight, like red, like an apple.
Yeah.
It was
if you can feel it before the sun goes down, you know you're in for a world of fucking hurt too. Because as soon as that sun, savage.
Yeah, I just didn't even give it a thought.
No,
because you're out there all day, and like I kept like reapplying on my neck and on my arms and that.
Yeah,
didn't because your face was sort of. Yeah, you felt like you were in the shade because you had this big wide brim hat on, but it was coming up off the water. Yeah.
That is nose.
It was terrible.
Me and boats aren't simpatico.
Yeah, no good.
No, well, I just light on fire.
Yeah.
Like it's just there's no amount of sunscreen that I can't sit at the beach. Like
Yeah.
Like, there's no amount of sunscreen that protects me from the sun at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
well, that's the other trap with the beach is like white sand is like super reflective.
Super reflective, yeah. Because like it's all good because you get hot, you go for a swim, you cool down, you go back out, you do that a couple of times, but then by the end of the day, you're just like,
it's cooked.
Fuck cooked, yeah. But like
lobster.
I've got like a little UV radar, and like I'll sit on the beach for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like I'm cooking internally now. Like it's just like it's where we've got some genetic strength, but the sun and us are just not simpatico at all. No, not even a little bit. No. It's struggle street. It's fucked. Anyway, so I learned my lesson with my fucking balls out. So we're not doing that again.
There you go.
You learned it here first.
Sunscreen your balls.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd do that. Just wear jocks, people. Like, just wear. Don't be a cockhead. Just wear jocks. Yeah.
Especially if you're tiling a pool.
Yeah, tile in any outdoor area.
Yeah.
That's a silly fucking idea.
Unreal.
Very good.
What do you reckon?
I reckon on that unbelievably graphic note.
We'll leave you with Ben's red balls.
Yeah. No, once again, we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Keep reaching out, keep talking to us. The support's been unreal.
The criticism has been unreal.
Yeah.
Like it's helped us change a few things.
Yeah. We hope you guys are enjoying our journey of learning how to do this. We're sort of just evolving as it goes, and we had a bit of a technical error last week for people watching at home. They
we talked too long.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we talked too long. That was the problem. I only got half of the video, but we fixed that up. And
I did when we went out for dinner last night. My brother was saying he just started listening, and he'd started at the newest episode and worked back.
Oh yeah,
and was like could really tell it. Every week was getting slightly better because it was getting slightly worse as he went back through the catalogue.
Yeah. I was pretty proud of our first episode.
Yeah, we did all right.
We did all right. For people who have got zero idea about technology.
Yeah, none.
Zero, none.
Yep.
No, we had a quick chat to the Warfighter boys about how they did it. Yeah. We proceeded not to listen to a single thing that they do.
Yeah.
Then set it up with the gear that we had, and then, it's just slowly progressing. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming along.
Find us on TikTok.
Instagram. We're on TikTok.
We're on everything.
Now,
I never thought I would see the day where I installed TikTok on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's only for keeping in contact with our community.
Yeah. No.
I've not even looked at a single TikTok.
Yeah, we had heaps more feedback about charcoal chicken than I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Heaps of people knew the charcoal chicken run.
Yeah, no, it was good. Mm-hmm. So, thanks everyone.
Thank you. And
see you next time around.
See ya.